All right. 2021, y'all. Was so ready for 2020 to end. But right around November, December, I had this thought, oh God, it's going to get worse before it gets better. Yeah, we're about there. All right. So, two things. Chauvin trial verdict. Michaela Bryant. Not going to get into those at all. But it's very alarming to me. We've been building towards this path in America for quite some time. And regardless of the politics of it, regardless of what side you lay on, left, right, or indifferent, this has been going on for a long time. Uh, and in more recent times, I think we can start with Michael Brown. Um, oh man, uh, Trayvon Martin. The list, man, I could keep going. But here's what I want to get in on. Forget about the politics of it. Forget about BLM or white nationalist or left and right or Democrat, Republican, whatever, dude. I don't care who you are. There's a huge split. The divisiveness, the division in this country is at an all time high for my lifetime. So I started to think yesterday, who is the greatest uniter of my lifetime? When I was born, Ronald Reagan was inaugurated in 1981, January of 1981. Now, I don't remember, I wasn't around, but I'm pretty sure that that was the second biggest presidential win in American history, right? Landslide victory. I don't know who the first is. I think Reagan's the second. We had Reagan, who, what does that tell me? The country was very united in that decision. That's what it tells me. Then we have the next president, Bush Sr. I don't remember that election, but it was not a landslide. Then we move to the second Bush election, which enter Ross Perot and Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton wins that election narrowly. So the country, we're now divided. Um, the next election, Clinton wins re-election. A lot of factors, a lot of stuff, but the country split in that decision. Who's after that? Um, oh yeah, the next Bush, right? Uh, Country split. We needed a recount, right? Was that election? May have been. Or was the recount the second Bush? I can't remember. But now we're on George W. Bush. Okay, after the 8 Clinton years, and we're split. Both elections. Barack Obama split. President Trump split. Joe Biden split. All presidential winners. The only one that had the overwhelming majority of the public was Ronald Reagan. That was 1981 or 1980 when the election was. We're now in 2021. The two cases that I highlighted at the beginning, okay, is a clear indicator of our division. I find it so difficult to listen to anyone on CNN's network, to anyone on Fox News' network, to independent people like Steven Crowder or Ben Shapiro, Joe Rogan. There's just a whole host of great independent commentary. Tim Pool is probably the one person that I gravitate toward to right now, for no other reason than it used to really bother me. He was a fence sitter, right? The milquetoast fence sitter, but now I appreciate it. And it's taken me probably a year to get there listening to him. Let me get back to the division. I tend to agree with certain people like Ben Shapiro. He often brings studies and statistics and facts with his arguments, but I feel like Ben Shapiro demonizes people. So, and I didn't realize it. I didn't know this for years. I mean, I've probably been listening or following Ben Shapiro in some form or fashion for, I don't know, almost a decade at this point. Um, at least 6 years. But I haven't really listened to Ben in half a year, going on a year, because of the demonization. And every time I try to listen to him, I hear the same thing. What is my point? Division. I don't care who you voted for. You're attacking people that have a different belief than you. Let me talk about the division within myself. For 39 years, I was divided. I was just wrong, and I was all kinds of jacked up. And I think I turned all that around, man. I really helped myself. I really changed what was going on inside of me, I feel like. But I also know that I'll always have those issues. So the division within myself that I was able to move beyond, it could still always creep up and bite me right in the rear end, bite me right in the ass and put me right back where I was mentally, or whatever. My attitude, how I treated people, how I treated myself. I stay beyond that because I'm aware of it, because I know it's a real thing. The divisiveness in this country is ridiculous. Where is the uniter? Where is the person to come along and bring us all together? There was a lot of hope that was going to be a man named Barack Obama, and that did not happen. And hey, look, I'm sorry. I think Trump was a good president, but he was just as divisive as anybody else, man. I mean, I like the guy, but when I sit back and look at it, I'm like, man, he hits just as hard, if not harder, than the other side, and they all play the same stupid game. I don't like the word stupid, so when I say that, I'm serious about how I feel. Where is the uniter? It's not Ben Shapiro. It's not President Trump. It's damn sure not President Biden. It's not Barack Obama. Where is the leader in American politics? There is none. There is no one. It is all demonization of anyone who does not share the same thought process as the individual talking. And that's exactly what this country was not built on. There is strength in division. I'm sorry, there is strength in difference. But nobody can find that. All we can find is despair, argument, death, just fucking nastiness. And nobody out here is rising above that shit. Nobody out here is fucking leading the American people to be united and stand strong in our differences. Learn from one another. Build together. Make something real. It doesn't exist right now. Please show me where it is. There's a whole lot of bad actors that contribute to this shit. But I really want to stay away from that. The message here is that division is killing us. It is killing the American dream. The American foundation is being eroded before us. It's crazy. And everybody thinks they're so right. Everybody on their far left side of the perch and their far right side of the perch, they all think they're so right. There is no center in this country, or what I like to call the balance. You know, I used to think most people laid in the center. But in 2021, I don't see too many people in the center. You know, it's like a teeter. It's like an ever moving, always moving teeter-totter, man. The left goes up a little bit, the right goes down, or vice versa. Always trying to balance itself out. That's why I prefer the term the balance and not the center. Because it implies work to get there. The center is just the center. It just is. The balance determines work. It determines, it needs unity. I'm rambling. I hope that I'm getting my point across. No leader worth anything in this country right now. It's pretty ridiculous. Those are my thoughts, man. So, anyway, that's it. Thank you for listening. As always, be good, be safe. Boom.